As we all know, inflammation is death and an invitation to disease. And what we hope to do is invite people back to life, back to living well, back to healing naturally. So we've developed our company to support that initiative, to support people helping themselves and finding their path back to having a great life.
Hey guys, welcome back to GlowTalks with Jess. I'm so thrilled today to get back to my roots in integrative medicine and health and wellness. We have an amazing duo here today from the Healtheory.com, Katie and Helen, co-founders. So welcome guys. Thank you so much for being here and bringing your cool stuff. I've purchased my own, so I can't wait to share.
Thank you. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, we're so glad. One of the things we really appreciate is getting customer feedback. So it's been really nice to hear how your experiences have gone. And we would love to share a little bit more about kind of how we came to be and what we've been working on.
Yeah.
Helen and I have both had our own health journeys that we worked very hard to heal different problems for ourselves. And I think we both have experienced sharing our experience with other people as well. So as we got to talking, we've known each other for a very long time and we love working together. And we wanted to find a way to bring that healing, the natural recovery, the natural healing to more people. So that's the foundation of our background.
So when did you guys start the Healtheory?
Well, we started off actually back to 2 years ago.
Okay.
And this is sometimes Katie and I, we, joking that everything just come at the right time.
Yeah.
And I got injured during the COVID. I was in bed for 3 months, couldn't move, I couldn't drive, couldn't do anything. Now you see me that I stand up again, I'm able to walk, I'm able to run. And that's a miracle of life. I should say, I'm very grateful. And that's made me to be an advocate of the natural healing.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie, she's amazing. She also into the natural healing as well. So we come together and we want to share these experiences into our friends and family. That's the start of the idea of establishing a business.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're here.
I'm so sorry to hear about some of those challenges that came up for you after having coronavirus. I mean, that must have been so scary, just not being able to walk and being in pain and all of that. And I know you mentioned you guys kind of touched on conceptually now that you wanted to kind of use this as a way of teaching and helping others. Like, how did it go from there? How did you then now come up with all these amazing, products in your company?
And like I said earlier, I got injured in a priority class, and I was with my coach. And then the next day, I was not able to move. I feel this sharp pain on my lower back, no matter which position that I was in, other than laying in the bed. And then the situation got worse and worse. I stopped by 6 hospitals, and seen numerous doctors have said, another opinion. They all come clear that I have to do the surgery. I was almost pack everything and ready to go to the hospital after the Chinese New Year. And then I found this doctor, which I was very afraid that I definitely didn't want to get a surgery. So I found this doctor who, practiced natural healing through the massage. And then I got healed. I'm so fortunate. And Katie, I kept in touch with Katie during that time. She knew me. I was literally laying in bed for 3 months. I couldn't do anything. When I look at my daughter's busy schedule, I was like saying, I couldn't see myself in there. That's so struggle and annoying. I felt that my life probably just better than be here. I'm not saying that I'm going to suicide, but it's like, desperate that degree that I would do everything that I could afford to treat my health back. But definitely one thing that I know that I don't want to do the surgery. I didn't want to do the surgery. As a matter of fact, people with the similar situation as mine at that time who did the surgery, they couldn't walk. They're in a wheelchair. I feel so grateful that I'm back up to today's me again.
Yeah.
So I want to share that experience out
Mhm.
with my friend, my families. Katie is my friend. I shared this experience with her, and then we started thinking. And then we look back on our life. And as a mother of two, she had 2.5 too. We have so many responsibility on our shoulder.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me. Sometimes I didn't even get a chance to pee.
I know.
So baby crying and the driver calls, they couldn't get my older one from the school because the school teacher just hold the kids for a few more minutes. There's so many things falling from the sky that you don't have time for yourself. And then day after day accumulated, and then you just have a damaged body. You have a wrinkles.
Yeah.
And you have you lost a tone on your face.
Yeah.
And you have a back pains.
Yeah.
We feel that we need to, if you didn't take care of yourself, and probably couldn't take care of you couldn't be in a good mode, you couldn't take care of your kids.
That's right.
That's a scary part, right? So we've been through those stages of hardworking women professionals and the housewife, and now we want to back to the business. We want to share our experience out.
One conversation that Helen and I were having in the beginning when she was coming out of her recovery time, and we were connecting on all of our natural healing processes, is how can we make this world better? We have worked on projects that we wanted to do. We had our careers, we have raised children. Now what can we do with our lives? What can we do to contribute to the world and leave it a better place than we found it? And we just connect, the two of us support each other a lot through the healing process, through the healing journeys that we were on. She's always been very encouraging of me to stop and take care of myself, and I do the same for her. And it was how do we take that energy and that excitement and turn it into something for other people? How do we go and heal other people? I've had a number of people that I've talked to about dietary changes or things, just things I've read, things I've learned about and shared freely. And so many people say, man, this was amazing. I can't believe you did this for me. I wish you could do this on a bigger scale for other people. So how do we take that excitement that we have and that interest that we have? And I love learning new information. I love researching health products and health outcomes and things that you can do very easily to improve your own life. How do we translate that into something that other people can access to? Because we don't need to hold on to this. All of these things, they're here for everybody to enjoy and improve and share benefit from. So that's the foundation really of our business. Our business isn't about the business. It's about trying to find ways to channel that care and compassion that we naturally have for each other and for the people in our lives onto a broader scale. So that's really the origin.
And it is something we feel, and I feel that we have to do at this stage in our life, which is pushing ourselves so hard. Carry on those responsibilities the things we need to be due for other people's. We're at the state that overuse our body, overuse ourselves, and we're in the state that we have to think of something to continue the responsibilities. And then we start looking for the the routines or the things that we can do, including our daily routines. And then we start thinking of what the products that we could leverage to fulfill that goal. And then we start thinking the PMF mat and then the IOD body wrap. Both of them actually benefit myself a lot. Because I'm
benefiting already.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. I work out of myself of that. So, and then we gradually adding a little product here and there and just try to make ourselves to function. To be able to function, to fulfill our role of being a mother, being a wife, or being like Katie said, we contribute to our local communities. When it's so bad to hear my friends say the back pain happen again when we walk the dogs. What can I do for her? And this Kalu solution is here. I feel happy that my friend using our products
Well, and that it's working.
Yes, that they
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
benefit.
That's
It is
what I
a
love.
beautiful translation from that our initial conversations. We
Mhm.
used to walk together on the phone even and to support each other. Go out and walk,
Mhm.
get your exercise in, those kinds of things. To translate all of that energy and
Mhm.
excitement into helping other people, and then
Yeah.
getting the feedback is amazing. So we
Well,
really
and
like to hear those
continuing to
stories.
make like natural products, because
Mhm.
I know on your site these are not the only things.
Right.
You're developing continually
Mhm.
We
new
are.
natural things that we can do to promote ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, self-care is just so important.
Yes, and it's easy for us to let it go. It's easy
Yeah.
for us to put it to the back burner, and I think that's she and I started by encouraging each other, and then
Yeah.
working with other people that we know in the community.
Yeah.
So for healing.
So beautiful. Well, I'm really loving all of these, and especially that eye mask that you guys, the sleeping mask. Can we talk
Yes.
about sleep for a
Yes,
minute?
yes,
Because
We've been very
we need
focused
more
on
of it.
inflammation, and sleep is a big part of our daily cycle.
Yeah.
Some people, some people like to say, "Oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead," but that's just not how it works. You cannot bank it all for the end. You really
No.
need to refresh and rejuvenate yourself on a daily basis.
And everyone needs a different amount of sleep. So
Mhm.
there are a lot of studies are, coming out with regard to that. But in particular for me, I like to have a mask, a sleeping mask. And, I'm sure a lot of my viewers also have used them or have tried them. This one in particular is great because it really blocks all the light. It has the weighted, part if you want it, or you can
Mhm.
take it out. And then it really does wrap and hug your head nicely. So you don't feel like it's slipping around or moving or pulling on this or whatever.
Yeah.
So I really do love that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So how are you guys moving forward? I know we've mentioned you have some other little products that are currently available, but
Yes.
are they more like this with the energy and the
We have a sauna blanket on our website as well
Mhm.
that uses energy, and we're continuing to research and look into options. I think we will have a smaller version of this coming out that's
Okay.
just for your seat.
Okay.
Might be a great thing for someone who's in college, for example. So we just are continually looking for ways to introduce things into people's lives. We also have developed a set of jade combs that are not
Oh,
meant
yeah.
to comb your hair,
Okay.
but to do fascia massage on your scalp. So
Okay.
the fascia is the layer that goes under your skin, all over your whole body,
Yeah.
and it's all connected. And I think we don't always treat it.
That's right.
I think we don't always think about it. And so there's a technique that you can use for scalp massage, and these combs help you do a better job. I think you can do it with just your fingers. Very, very comfortable to do, but it's
Mhm.
definitely a lot more pleasurable in my experience with the combs. And it even can give you a little mini facelift. So
Okay.
sometimes if you see yourself
Ooh.
right before and right after, you've got some tightness in your scalp, and it'll just give you a little boost.
So that'll be more to come at
Yes.
our next event
Yes.
coming soon.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I can't wait to try that.
Yes, and we
That's
love
amazing.
developing products that help people. So that one actually came as a question from a customer
Okay.
looking into that. And so then we say, hey, let's figure out, if there's anything we can do to support that. So all of our growth, it feels like a family, the way that we work with people, and it's sort of helped me get to meet new people and get to hear their stories. And everyone has, a story of an experience that they've had of an issue or something they've overcome. And those stories just really are powerful. It's nice to hear what people can do when they feel well, and how empowering it can be to kind of feel like you healed yourself or you took some time to take care of yourself. I love hearing those stories. So those are the most meaningful parts of our experience.
I love that. Well, and I mean, I love how much you guys do draw in that customer feedback and are really like genuinely looking to develop amazing solutions.
We want everything to work. We want it to work well. We really are very focused on electrical products. We want the electrical part to work well. We want the quality of everything to be as good as it can be. So that's where we put our efforts for sure.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about how and what you were doing to develop some of the concepts.
So everything that we do, we want there to be science behind it. We don't want it to just be, for cosmetic purposes alone. So we look for modalities and technology that has some basis behind it, some information. I think we're all still learning how the human body works, and there's new discoveries all the time. So we're going to continue to learn on that. This, for example, what we're sitting by today is a very, very low level pulsed electromagnetic frequency mat that also has infrared heat in it. And those are
I know
two
I love
different
this.
modalities, and they work together.
Mhm.
When you see these ridges on it, it has amethyst and tourmaline crystals in it that just, I think, amplify the heat and amplify the
Yeah.
pulse frequency to go into your body for healing. If you sit on it, it has like a warming sensation. You
Mhm.
can set the level that you want. And then the pulse frequencies, if you look around in your life and you could think about maybe electrical pollution that you're around,
Yeah.
that we don't always think about, our cell phones, the television, the
Yep.
microwave, this is all going to have a very low level. Those frequencies are significantly higher to magnitudes larger than what this is. These are the levels that we would normally experience just walking around on Earth by a waterfall,
Okay.
or when you have people talk about grounding
Yes, I was going to say,
sensation.
is that what we would call grounding?
Yes.
This is kind of helping that process along.
Yeah. So one of the modes on here is the Schumann resonance, which I think is 6.8.
Okay.
And so that number is a frequency that Earth emits when you put your bare feet on grass. That's the frequency that's going through your body. And so you can select.
Or like the beach,
beach.
which is why everyone's like,
Yes.
oh, the beach is so
Barefoot at the beach.
healing. Well, it's
Yes.
because you're walking barefoot in the sand and you're really able to ground your energy.
Yes. And I think that our bodies are electrical beings as well. So I
Yeah.
think when you expose yourself to all these electrical forces, we don't really know what we're doing. Even the Wi-Fi that we're around is very
Yes.
powerful, and we're walking in it all the time. Every building has Wi-Fi. So how do we reset ourselves? How do we get all of those things back to a comfortable level? And I think that the science behind it is always, continuing to progress, but the PEMF technology has been around in the US since at least the 1950s.
Yep.
Was when they first started doing studies with it. So they have shown that it does help with bone healing, muscle healing, nerve healing. All of those things are proven. So today we get to integrate it with this infrared heat, which is
Yeah.
another source.
And I was going to say, it's like, I know it's a modern way to do it. I mean, I wish that we could all have an hour every day, perhaps, to walk on the beach or walk through the woods to, have this type of healing.
Mhm.
But, also we forget, like, we sleep on the second or third floor if you're in a condo building,
Right.
right? Like, you're not even actually sleeping on the ground.
Right. Right. And so we do encourage everyone to keep those natural parts of their lifestyle. Obviously, this is not meant to
Yeah,
replace any of
absolutely.
those experiences. But if you are sitting at your desk all day and you just want to do something for yourself while you're sitting at your
Yeah.
desk,
Or let's say you're struggling with pain, inflammation,
Mhm.
nerve issues.
Yes, nerve issues, anything like that.
This can really help,
Mhm.
right?
We also have had people report there's one of the modes on here is for active focus, and so some people have issues with distraction, not being able to focus on a task, not being able to get tasks completed, and you could work in that mode on
Right.
this, and you
Because
might.
this is a seat. It's actually
This one's
can be
foldable.
put in the chair.
Mhm.
And I know you have another one that's longer.
Yes, we have a
Okay.
full size one that you might sleep on. You might use it in a yoga sort of setting, those kinds of
Breathing.
things. Breathing
That's what I've been
exercise.
using this for. So this does go flat. And I
Mhm.
love being able to just put it on the floor and make an intention that I'm going to use this next 15 or 20 minutes using the mat and just trying to do the meditative process, right? We know that it's healing,
Yes.
right? And for our alpha brainwave state to continue to like bring our minds to as an easy place, I guess, or where you're not like overthinking and constantly just like,
Yeah, just a chance to reset
Yeah.
yourself and give yourself energy for the rest of your day, and
yeah.
focus on the things that are important. So
Well, so Katie, the first time I actually used this was after a morning of, I was really stressed when you showed up and you put this in the chair. I sat on it for about the hour that we were together. And I mean, I could tell that I was just not as emotionally stressed after sitting for that hour on this chair.
that's wonderful. I'm so
So-
glad you had relief.
And I found that there are other times, and I know probably a lot of my viewers also have experienced like just, what do you say? Like where you make too many decisions, decision overload, and where you're
Mhm.
just constantly having to keep doing stuff like your kids, your boss, your job, the school, the church, like everything, and we want to accomplish it all, but sometimes that can really wreak havoc in our minds.
And it makes it harder to make decisions at some point.
Well, and at that point, like, it's hard for me to lay down and be like, I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes. Like, this mat actually helps to put me more at ease physically so that I can do the meditation, that I feel that I can like calm my body, and then my mind will kind of follow. right?
Let your body lead the way.
Let the body lead the way, because
Mhm.
sometimes it's hard for us to be like, okay, I know what I should do.
Yeah.
Well, then actually do it. Like,
It's another matter.
yeah,
Yes.
totally. So-
And this one's portable. We have a carrying case with it.
I
Some
love the
people
carrying
take it on
case.
road trips, and
Yep.
it makes it easier to store if you're trying to just pop it away for a time. So
Yeah,
that's one of our
I've been
products.
loving this. So
I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that feedback. We always like to hear those kinds of things. And another thing that we have,
oh yeah,
is-
show the light wrap.
yeah,
I love that. I bought this too.
okay,
And I've been able to, like we were talking about, like find easy ways that are natural to work it into your day,
hmm
because we can do a lot with nutrition, you know, with regard to like inflammation, let's
Yes.
say, or just getting our body to be balanced. And we always talk
Mhm.
about chakra balancing and things like that,
Yeah.
right? But I think consistency is key.
yes,
So this makes it so easy.
Mhm.
I just plug it in next to my bed and I'll literally just lay on it on my back,
Mhm.
or I'll wrap it around my belly,
Mhm.
or if my legs are sore after dance, I'll wrap it around
Oh,
my
wonderful.
legs.
It is great for recovery from fitness as well.
Yeah.
And people have used it for healing as well. If you have an injury, it can help recover that. So if you had a muscle tear, I think a lot of people have shoulder injuries and they'll
Mhm.
use it. They'll use it there. It has 250 red and infrared lights on it. They are medical grade quality, which I didn't understand exactly what that meant. But we
Mhm.
got very, very high quality lights that the frequencies that it emits, the red color and the infrared color, stay within a very narrow band. So
Mm.
there, some of the lower quality lights, they'll get a bigger spread of the light. It's not as consistent, but this one just stays very consistent. So it has a 660 red and 850 infrared light. Those two lights work together. They do surface skin healing as well as
Yep.
inside the body. We have a number of clients who red light masks are very popular right now.
That's
And
true.
I think a lot of people are a little claustrophobic. And
Oh,
the
with
mask,
the mask.
yes, it might
Yeah.
not be the best. And sometimes the eye holes don't fit exactly where you need, or it
Mhm.
might press on your nose. And this one's actually big enough to be used as a red
Yeah,
light
I've
face
put
mask.
it like over while laying down.
Mhm. And it's lightweight,
yeah.
so it doesn't have to press on you. And
I am going to travel with it. So it
yeah.
rolls up and just boom.
ready
goes
to
right
go.
in my-
And a 3-minute cycle on here is a full treatment. So
Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, it feels good. Once you
Yes.
leave it, it's like warm. It feels good.
yes. So you have the option of a longer treatment. There's
Okay.
not a harm of long-term exposure, but you can, if you're just trying to do your face, you can hop out
Just
the
for
shower,
3 minutes.
3-minute treatment, and you're done. Good to go. So
Okay, oh
we've
my
had a
gosh.
lot of experience with this. I think some customers that have used this have had some healing benefits from it.
Oh yeah, yes. Actually, my mother-in-law, she lost the strength, lost the muscles, so she couldn't walk.
Oh.
And she can but she just prefer just stay in the chair. And so I bought her this one, and she started using it, put it on her legs,
Okay,
and she is amazed that she back to walk. She can walk.
good.
And I think it's just like
That
you
it's not so
mentioned-
overwhelming now for her.
Yeah, like
Okay.
you mentioned that after your exercise, your muscle got sore.
Yeah.
And using this one will get that symptoms reduced
Yeah.
and relieved. So, and she using that after she walked, before she walked, she loosened the muscle up, and before she walked, and after she walks, exercise, she used that one to
Yep.
make the muscle healing.
Yeah.
Is she in her 80s?
She's 87.
She's 87. So
I mean,
that's
which is
amazing.
why this stuff is so magical, right?
Yes.
Because anyone can use it,
Right.
you know?
And there are a lot of younger girls, especially that have issues
Yeah.
with their cycle, might use this as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's such an age gap that,
Cramping.
Yes.
and-
and it was
I had
amazing. to me.
sciatica kind of
Mm.
flaring a little bit,
Mhm.
and I just laid in the bed with that for
Mhm.
the 30 minutes. And I mean, it does help to loosen it up.
Yes.
I mean, I can't say that it like went away, all of it, right?
Mhm.
But it was warmed. I could get up and stretch and like move it around. And I wasn't feeling so like when I got out of the bed, so stiff and just in pain.
Tight. And
Yeah.
it takes time for inflammation.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
To
Yeah, we were talking
heal.
about that,
Yes,
too.
it's not a quick process, but I'm amazed by the age ranges that some of these products can support. To find something that someone in their 80s can easily use, integrate
Yes.
into their day, it's kind of amazing. And it's a market segment that I think we hadn't really thought about, but we're so
Yeah.
pleased that it's serving people in
Yes.
those situations. So that's been really fun.
Yes. I mean, everybody knows like being in pain is just no picnic.
Right.
And especially if you're dealing with constant pain,
Mhm.
you know, nerve pain and those type of things, which I want to kind of come back to this a little bit because this hasn't, the heat emission from this is infrared,
Mm-hmm.
which I know is shown to penetrate more deeply into the muscle and the tissue in the
Mm-hmm.
body. So when I was laying on this, and the heat is really nice, you can set it on a lower, higher, you can set it at whatever heat
You
setting.
can almost even do a room temperature if you want. You don't need to be warm.
But what I found was after I laid on it and then I went to go stretch and do my foam roller, that I was able to stretch out and, get the pops and the cracks that I was really looking for, as opposed to just trying to go foam roll and stretch before, and not use this with the
warming
heat.
up. Yes.
It did help.
That's
quite
great.
a bit.
Yeah. So the infrared heat, it's just very interesting. I don't think I understand all of the technology behind it. I'm always learning. But it's supposed to heat your body more thoroughly, give you kind of an internal heat.
Yeah.
So that it does have a different sensation than
I
say
felt
just
like that had an internal heat too.
It has infrared. It is an infrared light that's on it. So it does produce an infrared heat sensation as well.
It feels good, like to put it, especially if, I'm pretty open about my food sensitivities and all that stuff and just inflammation in the gut. I mean, just laying with it in the morning, if I'm just not feeling good or whatever, it does help.
It's definitely a digestion aid. And as far as I know as well, the red light has been shown to burn adipose tissue. Okay. So if you had, for example, you can be treating a lot of different areas there. You have maybe stretch marks on your surface on your skin that the red light can be helping. And then all the way down to that gut area where you've got maybe digestive issues or inflammation of the gut.
Or if you're doing a cleanse or whatever, like this can, I think, help in the process of that.
Yes. So you're treating from surface level all the way down through into maybe in your organs, just from the energy from the light that goes into your skin. Light is energy, and we do absorb it. We have energy receptors all over our light receptors all over our skin called opsins, and most of them are in your eye. So we kind of assume that, but you have a lot all your body too. Your skin has them, your organs have them. I think you actually have one in your brain as well, in your pituitary gland. So that's kind of amazing to think about. How does the energy flow through our body from the light? So when you expose yourself, you might be exposing one region that has pain, but I think your whole body can benefit from
absorbing
the benefits.
It's just so fascinating. And I love that, we can layer these things in.
Absolutely. You could even use this with the red light if you chose to do that. It's very easy to do those things together.
Yeah, no, this is great. And I love the fact that like you could sit on it all day if let's say your body's very inflamed and let's say you're just getting started, right? Because I had a lot of patients back in the day that were like, I don't even know what to think or where to go or how to even start this. Like, I feel miserable. Like, these are really easy things, tools that you can put in the very beginning to help reduce it using layered approach, right? Which is holistic. Right. We're trying to look at a holistic way of healing the body. And then moving forward, use it to maintain.
Absolutely.
Because the inflammation, once it gets up there, it does take some time to get it down. But then once you do, and you really know and feel your body and the difference, you want to maintain it.
It is easy to trigger your body back into a state of inflammation, especially if it's been there for a long time. So I think having some real lifestyle changes are very helpful. And just as you were saying, leading with the body. And if you have this in your day and you're also trying to work on your diet and your exercise, new ways of eating, if you're returning to something that just reminds you, hey, I'm taking care of myself. I'm focused on this. There's reasons for me to do all of these things.
Well, our health is our wealth. That's what they say. And, I know myself, if I'm not feeling healthy or well, I am very unproductive and not able to help others in the way that I really want to. And I think where God is calling me.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us now, how can we find you guys online and maybe find some of these products?
We have our own website called thehealtheory.com.
Okay.
And that's a great place to get information as well. We have blogs and some scientific information.
Yeah, you have some educational stuff on there.
Yes, we're always trying to keep that updated. And we also do sell on Amazon. So
okay, great. So the red light is available.
On
the
Amazon.
wrap is on Amazon.
Yes.
And the sleeping mask.
Sleeping mask, yes. And
that really is my favorite.
Yes.
I use it literally every day.
Wonderful. Well, you look great.
I'm trying. But okay. And then this is available on your website.
Yes.
So for my viewers, we have a special surprise. We're going to give you guys a coupon code. So if anyone wants to go to the website and you can order everything from there, the coupon code is going to be good on thehealtheory.com. And it's going to be GlowTalks. So make sure you go check everything out and use your coupon code.
At checkout.
Yeah, at checkout.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see what you guys continue to develop.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
very
you.
exciting. It's just been lovely meeting. And I mean, little did we know that Rudy and your husband had been colleagues and
Right.
worked together in the past. So that's just such a small world.
Fortuitous.
And you're also with Community Church.
Yes.
So yeah, just what a blessing. I know God always like puts the right
Puts people in your life when
Yep.
they're supposed to be there.
at the right time, just like you guys said, the timing of everything, right?
I just want to add one little things about when you ask about the futures.
Yeah.
We start with small. We actually do not have a big ambitions, but we want to. One thing that we are sure with time that we want to be like helping
Hmm.
our friends and families.
Yeah.
And we see our role continue in that, and to just be developing the product that will help benefit ourselves for sure,
Yeah.
and helping our friends, helping our communities. We see ourselves to be in that role forever.
Yeah. I love that. I always love being the guinea pig too. So. Well, thank you both so much for being here. This was just so lovely. I know that you've educated all of us, and we can come back to this video and even just learn more of the little tidbits as we go. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Jess. It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
for having us.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. And guys, please stay tuned. We're going to have some events here in the office in Great Falls to include trying out some of these products, and maybe let's take a look at the combs and the fascia release. That's going to be fun. So please stay tuned. Log in, get to the website, thehealtheory.com. Do you guys have any social media profiles?
We are on Instagram at the.healtheory, and we're
Okay.
on Twitter at the Healtheory.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. So you can also find me, GlowTalks with Jess, at GlowTalks on Instagram, Jess Ernst _ on Instagram. We've got YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So please join us, and we will see you in the next episode. Ciao.